Which of these triangles can be made? Okay, well, first up, this one is isosceles, so it must be that this is a 25-degree angle. But then the angles don't add to 180. 50 plus 110 is 160, so it's out. Okay, it can't actually be made. You could alternatively work out the missing angle and then say, oh, okay, it can't be isosceles then. B, I had a little bit of trouble with when I first looked at it, so I'm going to come back to that one. Absolutely fine to do that. Sometimes, you might not be able to do a question, but narrow it down to two and maybe take a guess. Obviously, we're trying to understand it, and we will talk about B in a minute. C is okay. So this is a right angle triangle, and we must therefore just check that Pythagoras' theorem holds. 4 squared plus 7 squared is equal to 16 plus 49. Now, there's no way that's going to equal 64. In fact, it equals 65. So close, but not quite. That's not equal to 8 squared. So yeah, this triangle is not possible either, because for it to have a right angle, it must be that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. D, I couldn't see a problem with, and actually, when I looked at it, I saw that that could be created because it seems to be half of an equilateral triangle. If I make this side 3 as well and this 6, it all checks out. So D is going to be the answer. Imagine that we don't quite know that for sure, though. We want to rule out the other ones, so let's keep going. Okay, E is quite a good one to look at. When you have a triangle, let's say we've got C, A, and B, it must be that A plus B is greater than C. What I'm saying actually is that any two sides of a triangle added up together must be greater than the other side. Because if they are equal, then actually you would just get like a straight line. And if they're less than, you would just get it sort of coming up and not actually making a triangle. So you pick any two sides, for example, 2 and 3, they have to be bigger than 6 for this triangle to be possible. So this one's not possible either. I kind of saw at this point that D was okay, so I went with it. I hadn't completely convinced myself about B. Like, why is that one not possible? And I ended up learning a bit from this question because the answers say that the shortest side of any triangle must be opposite the smallest angle. And let's do a little example. I mean, I think I'm not going to prove it here, but I can accept it. So, right, I'm making this side longer and then this side shorter. So what we see actually is that the smallest angle is indeed next, like opposite the smallest side, and this biggest side is opposite the biggest angle, and then obviously the remaining one will be opposite the middle angle. And if you try and draw some other triangles, you'll see that it is always the case. I didn't know that, but now I do, and we can see in this case that okay, I've got this angle here must be 30. So 5, there's no way that 5 could be opposite that smallest angle of 20. It would have to be the shortest side that's opposite that. And 4 is shorter, so it's just another impossible triangle. Yeah, I really like learning about that from this question. Hope you learned something too from this.